Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. All right, guys, so I have 4 free plays for you guys today. Before I get into that, I just want to do a quick recap of yesterday. All right, so free picks, guys. We went 1-4 yesterday. We picked up a win in the soccer game. Aston Villa and Brighton under 3. We finished 0-0 in that game, so most decidedly under 3. So happy about that. Outside of that, guys, wasn't a whole lot that went right yesterday. So I'll tell you this. I talked about this a little bit on Facebook yesterday, the cool group we got on there. I pride myself, guys, on not getting emotional about sports. Okay? I've come out here and I've told you guys, look, you can't get emotional about sports. I'll be the first to admit, guys, for the first time in a long time, I got emotional about sports yesterday. I don't know if I could describe all the emotions I felt. Pissed off, one of them. Angry, upset. The whole rainbow of negative emotions. I went through it yesterday. And yesterday was a day unlike any other that I can remember in terms of how bad I felt about a day of sports, okay? So, again, guys, I have a bad day. I say, oh, well, I brush it off. But yesterday, I think it was more or less how the day unfolded and how it transpired. It was one disappointment after another, after another, after another. Masterclass, guys, we ended up finishing 4-10 on the day. 4-10. 4 wins, 10 losses. Certainly not the worst day I've ever had. Not by far. Did it feel like the worst day that I've ever had? Yeah. You know what it felt like? It felt like blowing up my bankroll. That's what it felt like when I was younger and I used to do that. That's the feeling I had at the end of the day. And I went back over all the games. You know, a lot of the college basketball plays I gave out, they qualified with, you know, a number of systems and or Steam. But one of the systems I use, I posted a picture of it on Instagram. You can have a look on my story. It'll be on there for a while longer. It hit 60%. It's less than 60% now. It went 0-7 yesterday, that system. Thank God I avoided some of those other games. It's 1-9 over its last 10 games. Yesterday, guys, was especially disappointing because not the fact we necessarily lost, although that is disappointing. It's how we are losing these games, okay? We have the Jets. They blow a lead. All right, fair enough. We have the Leafs. They melt down, blow a lead. We lose our first half basketball play by half a point right at the very end. Disappointing to say the least, right? We got another game, guys. This is in Masterclass. We got another game, and I think it was in Masterclass. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this was a Masterclass play. Anyways, we got an easy cover. Okay, easy cover on the under, guys. Like, there's no danger of this game going over, not even with the crazy back and forth fouling. And the game goes to overtime. They miss a whole bunch of shots and end up at a tie, goes to overtime. Well, look, we're still covering in overtime. And then right at the very end, late 3. Game over. Lost that. If that wasn't enough to wrap up the day, we had one more play, guys. We had the under. Again, looks like an easy under. I had a few people message me after to say, what happened? What happened? I was watching with 3 minutes left. We had that. 26 points in the last 2 minutes. 26 points in 2 minutes. So it was frustrating to say the least, okay? You know, it was a letdown. The amount of work and effort you put in to a day like this. It's a busy day. Look, I mean, to get to 14 plays, guys, you have no idea how many games you have to go through. And it's not 5 minutes every game. You know, this is an entire day, maybe more, a little bit more than a day because I was working on it even prior to that. It's a lot of work and it's just so disappointing. But I think what made it so upsetting to me was how we were losing. One game after another, where it looked like we were getting winners and then they would just turn around and lose. And you know what? I'm the last person on earth, you know, that gets negative about sports betting. But I'll be honest, guys, that last game, you know, right down to the wire, like even though it looked like a winner with 2 minutes left, I just had this nagging feeling like something is going to go wrong. And that's not the right attitude to have about sports betting. It looked like something is going to go wrong. And 26 points in 2 minutes. Not much, 2 minutes and 10 seconds to be exact. So, look, at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot you can do. I went for a walk. It's snowing. It is snowing like crazy here. I didn't care. I went for a walk. I had to do something. I had to get out and clear my head. I did that. I came back and I listened to that miserable song by The Who. I like this song, but I hate hearing it, if that makes sense. You guys know, some of you guys know what I'm talking about. I listened to that song at the end. I have 2 songs, okay? Most of you guys know this. I have one song by The Who. If I win, I listen to it. Pumps me up. If I have another song by The Who, if I lose, I listen to it. And at the end of that song, put it all behind me and move on. So, you know, I thought I might have to listen to that song 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Because I was just like, I was vibrating. I really was. I cannot remember feeling like this for many, many, many years. And you know what? I listened to it. I sat quietly for a little while and did absolutely nothing. I didn't pick up my phone. I didn't do anything. And I put it behind me. Okay. So, at the end of the day, guys, look, it sucks. You know, especially considering, we're starting to get a little bit of a roll going here, bouncing back after a miserable January. You know, I start going back over the games and over the numbers and all this other stuff. And, you know, it's still February, at least for Masterclass, February, not so bad. I think we're pretty much dead even now with free picks for February. You guys would probably know. I'll have to go back and check that exact number. But, you know, at the end of the day, guys, you take a deep breath, you put it behind you, and you move on. And that's all you can ultimately do. So, you know, it was an upsetting day, to say the least. But if you guys are out there thinking like, you know, Bender's telling me that, you know, I got to just shake it off and put it behind me, but how can I? I was right there with you guys. I was right there with you yesterday. It was tough. It was a tough day to watch one game after another blow up. When ultimately, you know, you think that a little bit of luck on our side, it could have been a very, very different day all in all, but it wasn't. So is what it is. One last thing I do want to mention. Somebody in the comment section on here and on Facebook mentioned tennis. This guy Dimitrov, I don't know anything about tennis. I really, really don't. I would like to get into tennis. I'm considering maybe that's my next sport, maybe next year or later this year that I might start to get into and look at. But I mentioned this guy Dimitrov. So obviously, needless to say, I don't bet on sports that I don't know about. But I did watch it because there seemed to be a lot of interest in this guy. Apparently he opened up as like a plus 300 favorite. He dropped down to plus 250 and then plus 240. And I watched the match, and the guy won in straight sets, which is pretty phenomenal. I will say I was half paying attention because I was, you know, going through some games and stuff like that. But it was entertaining, and whoever posted that, congratulations. I hope you bet it. Congratulations. I know a couple people were talking about him too in the Facebook group. So very, very cool. I would love, people ask me, you know, do you do tennis? Do you golf? No, and no, I don't. I don't do tennis. I don't do golf. I don't do combat sports. You know, it's stuff I want to get into. And I don't know. I'm intrigued by tennis. And I think that tennis is something that can be capped because, you know, the different matchups on different surfaces. And again, I'm talking out my ass here because I know next to nothing about tennis. But I'd like to start to learn about tennis. So, but anyways, good on you if you got that winner. So let's get into it today, guys. You know, officially tomorrow behind us and on to today. All right, guys. So I have 4 plays for you guys. Okay, I got 3 plays in the NBA, and I have 1 play in hockey. 1 play in hockey, 3 in the NBA. Masterclass, if you guys are interested, I have an additional NBA play, and I have 2 college basketball plays in free picks, guys. A little bit lighter on the college basketball schedule. I will tell you straight up, it has nothing to do with yesterday's results, guys. I am not gun shy to go back, you know, with long-term proven systems, whether it's steam, reverse line moves, good money distribution. Not at all. Just going through those games, guys, nothing, I won't say nothing, I got a few picks, but nothing really jumped out at me as, you know, this is going to be a big card with a lot of college plays. So we have what we have, and we're going to roll with that, guys. So NBA. First off, Dallas Mavericks minus 4.5. Okay, Dallas minus 4.5. There's early sharp money on this, guys, and steam. I like the Mavs at 4.5. I wish I caught the opening line, but I went back and looked. Opening line, so it opened 3.5. It was gone immediately, so moved to full point, but I'm still good taking Dallas minus 4.5 in this game. Next play, I'm going to take the Timberwolves plus 8.5. So Timberwolves 8.5. Reverse line on this, guys. I have 3 different system indicators on this. One of the system indicators comes in a high 50% range, 58, 59%. Actually, it is 59%. Very good in NBA. So, you know, reverse line move, 8.5, too many points on this, guys. Look, again, Minnesota is one of those teams that, you know, you are going to find value on them because they're just a disrespected team. You know, the public doesn't give Minnesota much respect. So 8.5, guys, reverse line move, 3 system indicators. Next, last NBA game for you guys. San Antonio and Charlotte. San Antonio and Charlotte. We're going to go under in this one, guys. Going under 229.5. Already we've seen steam and a reverse line move. It's a contrarian play. Okay, so it's early to judge the money distribution on this, but it is an early contrarian play. We got 39% of bets, 39% of money. So pretty much dead even. That's early. We can guarantee that money distribution is going to change. But as it stands right now, we are on the contrarian side. Where it ends up, who knows? But we like that money distribution right now, guys. And finally, guys, Pittsburgh. I had Pittsburgh circled. I like Pittsburgh in this matchup, guys. Above and beyond that, we have 2 steam bets that have already come in on Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh's definitely the side. Remains to be seen what the hockey squirrel comes out with. If he even has a play. There's only a couple of hockey games going on tomorrow. No, I looked at the Colorado game. I think, you know what? For me at this point, maybe Colorado is a play. Or sorry, maybe not specifically Colorado. Maybe there is a play in that game. But McKinnon is a big question mark. I mean, McKinnon is McKinnon. And making a play not knowing if McKinnon is good to go, we assume he is, but you never know, right? So I think it's too risky to make a play without knowing that. So I'm going to just leave that one and yeah. So anyways, guys, look, that is it for us today. Hoping for much less of an emotional roller coaster out of today's games. But, you know, that happens. That's sports betting. And, you know, as people comment all the time, guys, if this was easy, everybody would do it, right? So anyways, we'll get back on track here, guys, and back to our uptrend that we were on. So that is it. Thank you guys very much. And as always, guys, have a very lucky day.